Ever since the first gaming consoles came into being, there has been a war. Not just between the platform holders and the video game publishers that support them, but between the fans too. It wages across school playgrounds, internet forums, and social media. Endless wars and constant comparisons between the platforms, the games, and development teams result in a permanent tug of war for one platform holder to come out on top, bringing their dedicated fan base glory and victory. But in reality, no one has ever been able to truly win. Until now. This is Console Wars, the card game. Now you and your friends can fight on the front lines, battling for incredible franchises and intellectual property, exclusivity, and eventual victory. Collect incredible video game franchises. Protect them with loyal and dedicated fans. Brave the volatile video game industry. Claim the ultimate victory in the console wars. Your platform holder needs you. Enlist today on Kickstarter.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of XboxEra Headlines. The date is August 15th, 2024. I'm Sika Mechanico, and today Jesse and I will be talking you through all of the latest in gaming news from across the industry. As a bonus for our wonderful patrons, we make audio versions of these episodes available to them for listening in the Patreon app, but if they have Spotify, they can link their accounts and listen to it there instead. If you want to become a Patreon legend, obviously you'll be supporting XboxEra directly. You can head to patreon.com/XboxEra. Today is a very special day. I've got a little chair here. Because this fucker turned up. We've all been out on a little dinner date this morning, and you're tired now.
I'm very tired. I don't even know if you can hear. Can anyone pick me up on that mic?
It actually sounds all right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
How was your 24 hours of flying, Nick?
That was hell. It was hell. 24 hours straight on a plane. Not straight. A little bit broken up.
Can we be clear? We had a budget for a flight, right? And then you upgrade. You went with a different flight that cost more. But then what did you do? Tell our community what you went and did.
So we got to Melbourne Airport, went to check in for my economy flight on Qatar Airways, and at the last second went for a business class upgrade.
So I'm sorry to say, Gamescom, it's cancelled. We're not going. We can't afford it. He splashed all the budget.
Nick, you want to cover my business upgrade is down from 600 to 200. You want to cover it? I could use a little bit extra
200
legroom.
US.
Mm-hmm.
200 US.
Yeah, so about 14 grand Australian.
Is that all?
That's all.
I paid 3.5 grand.
I mean, it was like he was on a Michelin star airplane. Like they would like little fancy plates, little ice creams, little steak dinners. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Never
nice.
flown business in my life.
It was nice. I had a nice steak with potato and pumpkin. It was good.
Jesse, want to read the chat?
I actually don't know that it's worth it at all, Tom. It's a little bit more extra leg room and I think a little bit better meal. But that is very nice of you.
Really? Is that all?
Yeah, it's not Qatar Airlines, mate.
Oh,
no.
My business was like, I get a bed and I get a little couch and I get a full-on entertainment center and I get it was like full on. It was so good.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just like 3.5 grand. I mean, granted, it's Australian dollars, so that's like a tenner, but still, you know, that's a lot of moolah. But there you go. Hi, chat. Lovely to see you all. Earlier show today because of reasons that we can't go into just yet. But rest assured, all will come to light soon enough. But yeah, I don't know. Are you going to stick around for the whole thing? Are you feeling energized
I
now?
don't know.
Don't know.
I'm very tired. I'm like, my eyes look open, but like they're trying to close right now. I'm forcing them open. Soon I'm gonna have toothpicks just holding my eyes.
Yeah,
open
well,
like
we can
this.
arrange for gaffer tape or something. Jesse's got his flight later on today, right? And then you'll be here tomorrow morning. When do you land in the UK tomorrow, Jesse?
Like 8 a.m. or something. I'll look right now.
Nice.
Boop,
Hey,
boop,
look, our
boop.
t-shirts are a palindrome.
Yeah,
Oh,
8:30,
look.
8:35 a.m.
Palindrome. Look, do mood.
No matter what way you do it, we're a palindrome. Let's have a look at the chat. What we got going on
I didn't
here.
bring control with me.
Yeah, oh shit.
I packed everything except control.
I've got the shaker and some control. Like you can still make it up. There's, you know, I've got
These
some.
are the things they give you for. So it's now too late to upgrade because I think too many people did, so they're full. But you get a wider seat and more leg room. You get a little bit more checked baggage allowance. I could actually check bags instead of not having to do all carry-on. A quieter, smaller cabin, delicious meals and complimentary bar service, and a stylish amenity kit and in-flight entertainment.
Wow,
That's okay. I watched Friends. I watched Friends for 14 hours straight.
Proud of you. It's beautiful.
It's great.
I got the Legion
we got a super chat
loaded up with a lot of
Shred.
stuff.
He's got a little gift pack. We've got a super chat from Mohammed Trez who says, Cyberpunk iddies are cursed. There are so many that I've looked forward to since 2020 that have been delayed. And then in caps. Also, hello, Nick. Remember work. He doesn't want to remember any work.
No work.
This is a holiday. He's got his feet up. He's been playing Balatro.
Yeah.
A little bit of Smash Brothers. We went for a nice brekkie.
Yeah, went for breakfast.
That was nice.
Went for a walk to a newsagent where the lady asked me what it's like here in England, and I told her it was shit house, and you should have seen the look on her face. She was like,
That's so funny. But it's okay. We Brits, we understand a bit of salt. It's okay. Oh man, where to start? What's the headline? Actual like banner? Is it replaced?
Replaced, yeah.
Delayed. Well, and that's a nice segue from Mohammed's super chat. Yes, Sad Cat Studios developers of Replace posted an update yesterday, just saying, hey, we're not releasing until 2020. What's he doing? He wants to put it on. He's putting on the cat helmet.
oh, look. Hey.
Pablo Schreiber, eat your heart out.
Pablo, look.
Boop.
Hey. Now I can sleep.
You just sit there with your eyes closed like this. This is an indication of how silly the show on Saturday is going to be. Just with a slightly dead Master Chief in the background. Yes, Sad Cat Studios is releasing in 2025. They cited that their initial release date was damned optimistic, and they apologized. They said it's a unique challenge, but they want a little more time to set some standards for themselves. So there's no new release date, just the year. Yeah. So it's warm in there, huh?
Turns out it's a much bigger game than it seemed like. Like it's not just a little platformer. It's got full on RPG stuff, and yeah, it's really it's not a little game. Like a lot of people that played at Summer Games Fest were like, wow, this is actually a lot more in depth than you would first think. But it ran like shit. Which is always an indicator, like it has been with Stalker a few times, where it's like they're still in the middle of dev. It's going to take a little while. Looks amazing. Like everyone who's seen it says it just looks freaking stunning. So I'm just going to jump to actual gameplay.
And it's going to be at Gamescom, so we'll be able to try it out. But IGN and I think Sad Cat Studios partnered up and released 13 minutes of new footage of Replaced and talked through several different sections. So if you haven't checked that out, go have a look on IGN's site. Yes.
SJ, I've had 2 coffees. I had 2 in the space of half an hour.
No more caffeine for
Nick,
that man.
What is the game being ported? I'm not allowed to say.
Yeah.
I know what it is though. Was I meant to say that?
I mean, we can infer.
You can all you throw spaghetti at the wall and no one believes it anyways. So
yeah, let's just leave it there, like for obvious reasons. But yes, there you go. Sad Cat Studios. It's cool. Take your time. We did get, and I can see in the chat, Coffee Jesus, Plucky Squire in a few weeks. I want that one. Me.
You might have
Plucky
to chase
Squire.
it down. I've never had any luck. I also haven't really looked because I wasn't going to do it, so I didn't care.
I'm in a DM with 2 of the devs.
I would love to review that game, please.
I was trying to get them on the show.
Okay, cool.
I'll ask them for a code.
And if they want to come on the show when it releases, let's do those. Let's do both. SJ, don't miss your appointment. There is no appointment. It's just playable on the show floor. So I'm just going to stroll up. It's going to literally be the first thing I go and try. Because
it was funny with Grub yesterday. Actually, he's talking about missing appointments. He was like, lost out on a review code because we missed an appointment. I kind of respect it. I was like, yeah. He's like, I missed the appointment. So they're like, no. So like, yep, no, I get it. I because he had an appointment, then he missed it for reasons, whatever that ended up being. But it's always funny. People will get mad and be like, why are they being so petty or something? But it's also like, I mean, if you sign up for something and for reasons and don't end up getting to go, I understand it.
Yeah.
But, man, this game's good looking.
It looks gorgeous. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Like, it looks genuinely fantastic. Ooh, excited. It looks challenging as well, which I also like.
So Nick doesn't.
But yeah.
Especially when he's this tired.
But yes, on the rumors of what games it is, there's all sorts of running around. To give you guys some context, in case you've not been browsing Twitter over the last 24 hours, on XboxEra, Shinobi, and I always wonder, like, Shinobi is part of Wushu Studios.
No, he's not. He's at Keyword Studios now, who actually bought Wushu, funnily enough.
Yeah, they bought Wushu. That's why it popped into my head. He's at Keywords. So obviously he's in the industry. And I got to like just dropping little hints like that.
It's also weird, like when you work, I think he's been a community manager. I don't know what he does at Keyword, but I do find it weird to play the insider game and to do all of like the free advertising and build the social media thing when you have a job in that industry. Like it's really weird to be an insider out in the open for something you work in.
Yeah.
It'd be like a movie key grip who's like, yeah, I run a Marvel Studios rumor blog on the side where I break stuff up. And he works on Marvel movies. I'm like, what? It's really weird.
Very odd. But yeah, they posted.
They did not debunk the rumor. It's Finn. They just said it is not Forza Horizon 5. But everyone seems pretty confident it is something.
Yeah. Because that's the other thing. Ecstasis said FH5.
Well, he put up a Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, he put up a Cinco de Mayo GIF, but then later said, even if it's not the one announced next week, he's firm in his belief that it is being worked on. He is also firm in his belief that Starfield is not. Sorry, John.
No, I know he is. I know, I'm aware.
And you're always a after Shattered Space guy, which could be 20 years after Shattered Space. Technically correct.
Yeah, I'm not going that far out. Post Shattered Space is what I said. But yes. So we don't know what it is. Well, maybe we do, but we're not going to say what it is because I'm sure someone else will. So yeah, suck it up for reasons. But if you get your knickers in a twist like this guy, don't worry about it. It's just video games, right?
Yeah, I agree with Tom.
He's so tired he's not even arguing with me, not even biting.
Tom is basically they are gearing up for a second round of ports, and we're going to get rumors saying each game, etc. Correct. I agree.
Like, here's one topic of conversation. Like, I don't give a shit what Microsoft do with 3-4-year-old games, whatever, or even new games. If it's like, hey, we're releasing this here, and then we're going to release this a year down the line.
No one got mad about Doom Eternal.
Right? No one got mad about Doom Eternal, right? Because it's a previously multiplayer game. But this reaction, this internet fervor, this distraction is going to happen every single time. And I can't help but feel like Microsoft, do you fully understand that? Like, no one's going, woo, Xbox. People are going, woo, I get to play this somewhere else. And that's the overriding conversation when it comes to your brand. I don't know if I feel like, has that been fully thought through? Do you just not care and it's just money in the bank? I don't know, but I think that's a valid thing to think about, right? Like, feels like this distraction happening every time is going to get really tiring, and it completely removes the excitement about the game and makes it about the platforms. And Microsoft as a business and Xbox as a brand have to fight this every time. Is it really worth it? I don't know. But I think that's a valid thing to bring up.
If they sell like Sea of Thieves, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's Microsoft's overwhelming point of view.
It depends how important is our bubble and sphere in the grand scheme of things. Because it's going to be annoying for us to deal with as moderators and participants, but I just never know how much it actually matters, and it only keeps happening because they are so leak-filled. Like, if they didn't have all these leaks, it wouldn't happen.
But equally, like, did Nintendo's Wii become the mainstream success it did because word of mouth said, look how great this all is? And by doing this sort of thing, Microsoft themselves, the Xbox brand, not the games, but the Xbox brand, will never get that kind of uproar for it because they're constantly giving away some really good stuff when they don't need to. I guess is kind of the mindset that I'm in. I don't know if I'm clutching at straws here, but
oh no, I'm not sure what you said.
This is a tired man.
I'm so tired.
I think they're pretty certain that they're going to have their hardcore people, 30+ million, that always buy their console. So why wouldn't they just try and make as much money off the software as they can?
Yeah. People asking like what the game is. Like we're not gonna say.
Give it a couple days and everyone will just start talking.
Yeah.
No one can ever hold it in.
Like it's Tuesday next week. Like patience.
We are accredited press going to see multiple things at Gamescom. We're not leakers, unlike Nick, who's not accredited press. He had to buy a ticket because Predrag stole his spot.
Yes. Sorry. Soul Blazers was messaging me. He's also traveling. So
I highly doubt they're pulling resources away for these ports and not working on actual games. They hire companies to do the ports.
Yeah, including companies like Wushu and Keywords to do this kind of thing. I'm just saying. I guess that's why I'm like.
It is weird thing.
As an example,
yeah.
Wushu Studios worked on Forza Horizon 5, so they were a partner. I think they worked on
State of Decay
as well, and State of Decay 2, right? And if they've got a guy that used to work there that now works at Keywords, which bought there, who clearly knows what they did and did not work on, or if they did or did not do ports, and then starts teasing stuff, like would people put 2 and 2 together and come up with 5? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, don't want to keep going on because there's more rumors out there. One of them is obviously outside of Xbox games going to other platforms, namely PlayStation. It's PlayStation games coming on back with the rumor that a PlayStation port, an Xbox port of Final Fantasy 16 is coming, but just has to be announced by Square.
Old news.
Old news? Didn't you say that on a show?
Old news.
But that's Nate the hate.
Yeah, pretty much just like a confirmation of like it is coming instead of a hopefully. But Lucius, you don't have to keep yelling. Yes, it's not a PlayStation game. It is a PS5 exclusive is what he's talking about. Calm down. My goodness.
Sorry. Yes, you're right. It is not a PlayStation first party game, though Sony
it is treated as one.
Yeah, it was treated as one.
It's only on their platform for a year now. So,
oof.
No, Ursel. I really don't think Final Fantasy VII's coming. I keep saying it.
Don't hold your breath.
He said one day. Like, what if it's 30 years in the future? You never know.
Yeah, I reckon there might be a statute of limitations there.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe when the third game's out and they can bundle them all.
A lot of people have thought when the third game's out and a period of time has passed that, maybe it's a couple years, then maybe you get some sort of big collection, but who knows at that point? Because at that point, if it's all on PC, your Xbox can probably just play it anyways. Ooh, Nick gets to be there in person for a muted microphone.
You can't give me a dig? Muted, bro. Fucking muted.
I don't know what's happening.
Anyways, next up, Dead Rising, the Deluxe Remaster, DRDR, got a bunch of previews, including our own, with Jesse meandering around the mall for,
I was running.
What, an hour?
Yeah, it was like 57 minutes. It's definitely more Dead Rising. The original, they're not rebuilding it. It is not a Resident Evil style full-on remake, but it is a full-on graphical remake with a bunch of quality of life tweaks, anti-super weeb tweaks that people are very mad about. Like just furious that you don't get PP points for panty shots anymore. So, they've gone ahead and voiced everyone. It looks nice. Like, it graphically, it looks solid. Some of the environments and stuff, you can tell it's not like, it's not their top of the top. We're going to put $1 bajillion into this, but this is definitely more than like the Capcom throwing old fighting games in a collection for $20 port. Like, this is going to be, I think this is 50, but it's by far the best way to play this game, because as someone who has tried to go back and play the original Dead Rising and been incredibly frustrated at how it controls, it was nice, modern controls, lots of little quality of life things. You can actually see the durability on your weapons now. As crazy a thought as that is for the original Dead Rising, you don't have to just guess when everything's going to break.
Visually, or is it like
it's a little bar that just comes down as you use it. It's like you actually know, hey, this friggin' golf club I have is about to break. I should throw it or stop using it. It is still the timer-based game. It's the 72-hour mode. It's all because the game was entirely built around replaying it a bunch. So they were never going to completely get rid of that, unfortunately. But everyone's voiced. Like, every line's voiced. They're not voiced well, but they are voiced. So you don't have to read as much. But also, it's like Capcom's really not known for great voice acting, so I was not expecting it. So this comes out...
It's crazy to me.
Mid-September, I think. Mid to late.
This was an early 360 game, right? And everyone remembers like how like, whoa, this is next gen. This was when it got revealed, right? Genuine question. Has anyone had that for this generation yet where you're like, whoa, this is next gen?
You could maybe argue Hellblade.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Visually, definitely. Gameplay wise, no.
For me up there, I mean, people yell, but like, if you play Starfield at max settings on an OLED, that game is routinely ridiculously stunning, and how good looking it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it was. Like, I don't think Dead Rising was stunning when it came out.
Well, it was it was like the mall with just a ton of zombies and yeah.
That was the like, whoa, that's.
Well, you used to get way bigger architecture changes, and now you're just getting stronger versions of what you already have. The big change for this generation is load times. If you go back and you try and play anything on an old system, you're going to lose your goddamn mind because everything takes 1 to 2 minutes instead of 10 to 20 seconds. Like, that is the big whoa. But you forget very quickly when you're not on it.
6 months into owning series consoles, and like I went to my son's, he had this Xbox One X in his room, and I was just like, nah, this is not acceptable anymore. Here, have this Series S, because it was so painful trying to do anything for him. I was just like, I don't have the patience for this. I wouldn't expect you to either.
But even something like Starfield, like Mohammed says, like the lighting is amazing, but you have to know how it works. Like, I'm on this planet, and it's actually that star that's over there that's giving me all this light that works and cascades through this fog in this specific way. Like, the actual technical part of it, which is why they got nominated for so many technical awards. And then people are like, Starfield, they animate weird. It's like, yeah, but the actual lighting and the texture work and stuff are
the stuff underneath
groundbreaking. It's just
I can see shout outs.
Yeah, not
Flight
as
Sim in the chat.
Yeah, no, Flight Sim 2024. John, have you seen Flight Sim 2024? The fact that the ground is all actually modeled now. It's not a flat texture.
I know.
What they've shown in those clips is exactly what it's supposed to look like. The ground is not a flat texture that's all bumpy and weird anymore. It is actually 3D modeled for the entire planet, which I don't know how they did.
Are you happy?
I woke my cat up from a nap.
That's Boots, another Xbox Era cat. My cat was like, "Hey, is everyone that's coming okay with cats? So that no one's allergic?" And I'm like, "Well, Nick's got a cat, but I don't think he likes his cat very much.
No.
Jesse loves cats. I don't know about Ursula. Ursula, are you allergic or do you dislike cats?" I hope not. I hope not.
People are asking if this is the first time I've left Australia. No. I've been to Greece. I've been to Vanuatu.
Bali?
No.
Huh?
I've left Australia.
There you go. But this is the first time in the UK.
Yes.
I saw on...
We're taking him to Tesco's tonight, people. Woo!
There's a Twitter account called Terrible Maps, and one of the maps they had was just Australia, and it said real Greeks, and then it had a picture, and it had Greece, and it said cosplaying Greeks. And it's like, yeah.
Wow. What else?
Yes, Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered looks good if you're into that game. Best way to play it. People are getting very mad because it's woke now, supposedly.
Because of the removal of panty shots. Okay. Next up, speaking of people getting very, very mad, 20,000 people have played Valve's new unannounced hero shooter Deadlock, but The Verge chose to write about it.
Which
and
other sites have done. Other sites have written about this game.
Oh. But The Verge wrote like a mini kind of review in progress preview.
Yeah. Look at this.
Right?
I typed Deadlock gameplay into YouTube and hundreds of videos popped up. It's almost like Valve doesn't actually give a shit. Because you can just go watch people play this game a lot. It's a full-on third-person MOBA. It's like Valve Smite. But it's Valve, so it'd probably be very good. People who have played it really like it. And I like MOBAs. They're a fun thing where you've got that mix of PvP and PvE, and it's not just PvP because you've got your little minions going in their straight lines. But it's been very weird. A lot of people are like, why are they doing this? And it's like, it's free marketing, really. They just let people keep playing it, let the word of mouth build up. Valve is very smart about marketing. They've got this thing. They just have a little pop-up box that says, hey, it worked for a week, and people have just been talking about it, putting gameplay up, and they could...
Well, because they allowed people to invite whoever they wanted.
Yeah, they don't...
Because they probably don't really care. What's weird is this pearl-clutching reaction from the internet about how The Verge have been unprofessional and, poor, precious Valve. And I'm like, man, there's no NDA. No one signed anything. No one agreed to anything.
The little pop-up comes up, and you don't actually have to choose OK. You can just escape out of it. It was
an informal request.
Yeah, like, be cool, bro.
And they were not cool. They were not cool.
Just be cool, bro.
I mean, no one's been cool.
I feel sorry for Warren. He was just getting it hammered by it. He didn't even write the damn thing. I think it was Sean Hollister that wrote the article. So, I don't know why people are kicking Tom in the teeth. I suppose Tom's defending the choice to publish it, but it's just video games, man. It's like a big deal.
People really like defending corporations, even though there's no benefit for us as customers by their secrecy on this thing that hundreds of thousands of people are playing. Because, if you're getting 20,000 at a time, you've probably in that day had a couple $100,000 play. It's not actually a secret. It's not like Towerborn, where people signed an NDA on their Xbox to play it in the Insider program, and you don't find a bunch of videos of it on YouTube. That's when they actually wanted to keep quiet, because it was in early-ish development.
Yeah, you don't see a bunch of previews on Towerborn yet unless they've been arranged and agreed to by the press, because there's an NDA for that whole build. Absolutely right. It's worth saying that Sean Hollister did get banned from matchmaking by Valve as a punishment for writing this.
Don't think it was his whole account, though.
Yeah, it was just for this. So
if they really cared, he would get a full-on ban, like a VAC ban, whatever they call those.
Yeah. But there you go. Deadlock. Valve will probably carry on working on this for another year or more, because Valve polished stuff up to a fine mirror shine before they release it.
It sounds like a lot of people have been playing it specifically from them on purpose. I keep hearing people being like, I wish... I can't say much, but if only I could talk about something. They're definitely doing stuff, and I think they're going to have more of a rollout soon.
Interesting.
This isn't a Valve leak, Hazador. It's not a leak. It's literally a public thing you can invite anyone to. The Insomniac leaks were literal people's personal info in work builds. Like, it was a completely different ballgame. They're not the same. There's no similarity there.
And also, sharing Insomniac leaks, sharing personal information from the Insomniac hack, bad. Everything else, fair game once it's in the public sphere. Like, I get that some outlets were like, this is wrong for our friends in the gaming industry. And I'm like, yes, it is. But it's also the news.
Yeah, the actual, and like
Grub
was even like,
because we don't cover PlayStation, but
even Grub was like,
thing.
I'm not gonna. Ooh, never mind. I've got a Tinsley PR is doing the Plucky Squire. You're all good, John.
Yay.
Grub was like, I'm not going to touch any of the personal info, but anything that comes to games is now fair game. It's already out there. So, but yeah, like, there's always degrees and levels to stuff. You cannot one-to-one most things in life.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, next up in news, we're kind of coming to the end of interesting things now. PlayStation Plus's game catalog for August. Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, Wild Hearts, Cult of the Lamb, Ride 5, Watch Dogs 2.
You don't have to say all this. There's 17 Sword Art online games. You don't have to say them. It's a solid month.
Wow.
Cult of the Lamb is great, and they just added added local co-op.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it is only local because of the way it works. I don't know. Doing netcode and stuff is probably a pain in the ass. But that game's amazing. The Witcher's amazing. And like, the two big ones aren't really new, and they're probably things most people have bought pretty cheap over the years if they really wanted them. But Cult of the Lamb is a very, very solid one, even though it's only $20. So decent month. So definitely be a shorter episode of headlines today, so Nick can sleep.
Yeah, it's not going to be a long one today. I think we're 45 minutes in already. Overwatch 2 as well got a new Season 12 launch trailer. I think there's a new character to play as.
Juno.
There you go. See, I knew you'd know.
Looks like she's from Space Channel 5.
There you go. Maybe
she's a Martian.
It kind of says this extraterrestrial is ready for an extraordinary season. So you got a new support hero. I don't know what half of this stuff means. A new Mythic Anubis Reaper. Okay.
So the Mythic skins for the Battle Pass. The person you get once you get to the end of the Battle Pass, you get this one super over the top, really cool looking skin for them. So this one's going to be an Anubis version of Reaper.
Nice. Yeah. So there you go. Overwatch 2.
Go on the friggin' website. I forgot to change the link. I wrote a thing up about this because the big part of this is a bunch of new Game Pass perks. Here, I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna overdo this stupid friggin' tweet that was in there. There you go, John. There's the actual thing.
I'm on the article.
Yeah.
I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading. Game Pass perks are because it's coming to Xbox Game Pass on September 17th. So you unlock goodies by linking your Battle.net account to your Xbox account. And from September 17th, you will receive an instant one-time grant of 30 Mythic Prisms.
I actually don't know what those are.
Unlocks. You can spend them on Mythic Unlocks, mate. 6 awesome hero skins for Reinhardt, DVA, Hanzo, Genji.
DVA, what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't play fucking Overwatch, bro. It says D.VA.
You know who's going to kill you? Pre-Drag is literally going to murder you. That guy has like 14,000 hours in Overwatch. He will take you out.
He probably will. So yeah, there's all that. So that's nice if you're an Overwatch 2 fan and a Game Pass subscriber.
Sorry, John, I'm adding one more thing. I forgot about it. I saw this earlier.
What's the one more thing?
Boop. There you go.
Oh, Tom Henderson has mentioned something in the chat.
Xbox did release all the games they are live streaming at Gamescom an hour ago. Not sure.
Yeah, I did see it. I completely forgot, Tom. Right? I put it in there. It's in the thing now. But yeah, the Overwatch 2 stuff is nice to see with getting more Game Pass perks because the original perks were focused on handing you characters, but all the characters are free now. So it's kind of that you got some skins and you got the characters, but now you'll get a whole bunch of skins and stuff. So more perks make people happy.
Okay. Well, if you want to pull up this picture, I guess I'll briefly walk through it. So yeah, Microsoft have said kind of day per day what they're doing on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of Gamescom in terms of live streaming. Wednesday, you got Diablo, Stalker 2, Starfield, Age of Mythology. On Thursday, Forza Horizon 5 in there.
And it's tiny.
Thursday, Star Wars Outlaws, World of Warcraft, Fallout 76, Milepost Zero, Gold Road for the Elder Scrolls Online, Flight Sim, Project Birdseye. There's Little Nightmares 3 in there, The Casting of Frank Stone, Mecha Break, Life is Strange, Double Exposure. And then Friday, we've got Indie, Avowed, Ara History Untold, 33. There's a lot of games. Squirrel with a Gun in there.
Oh, wow.
That's playable on the show floor. So.
Is that coming to Xbox?
Yeah. It's in the booth, so we'll be able to try that. Lots to look forward to. We'll be on the show floor. We'll be streaming as much as signal, data, and time allows. So keep an eye on YouTube for lots of little shorts and skits from us.
Unless you want to spend $50 so I can get a week pass of high-speed internet, it'll be all on you.
Yeah, it's fine, mate. It's fine. We'll just put it all on Nick. He's got he bought himself, after his business class upgrade, bought himself a little UK sim with like 75 gigs worth of data on it, so he can live stream to his heart's content. And just a couple of other brief things to mention. Game Bar has a new compact mode that's available now to Xbox insiders. Looks pretty cool. And Dragon Age: The Veilguard is going to release on October 31st.
Yeah, they accidentally put out an ad way early. It was supposed to be announced in a few hours, like an hour or two, and they put out an ad that had the date on it already by mistake.
And No More Robots publisher announced a new game from the team that built what's it called? Let's Build a Zoo. And they've made a new one called Let's Build a Dungeon, which is basically a Let's Build a Dungeon crawler, from what I can see. And it looks like it's adopting a kind of top-down Zelda Link to the Past style, art style, and play mechanics. So that looks quite interesting from that team. That is from the team Spring Loaded, who made Let's Build a Zoo. It looks like you can design this whole dungeon and the traps within it. Kind of cool. I love this stuff. And I have to release it. It's great. I love it. It's really good fun.
For you two, breaking news. Arrest made in connection with the overdose death of actor Matthew Perry. Probably the person who sold him whatever he OD'd on, if I had to guess.
Oh my God. Where is this?
On MSNBC. I can put the link for you.
That's okay. We'll read it afterwards and, cry again some more. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Whoever sold that stuff, it was
whoever sold him the ketamine.
Yeah. Britt Gunther was their dealer on the show. Oof. Isn't Gunther dead now as well? Maybe he was. Anyways, that is all of the news. The only thing really to get left and excited about is obviously a friendly reminder on a couple of things. First, the Console Wars, the card game Kickstarter is still rocking and rolling. I think today we are 116% funded. So that next goal is less than 10% away in terms of unlocking the next improvement to the overall end product for everybody. So if you haven't backed it yet, head over to our Kickstarter page. It's linked in the chat, or maybe it's Patreon now, but we'll put it in the chat in a second.
It's already in the chat.
Okay. But please do consider backing it because it does help us out, helps us grow the product, make it better for everybody. So the more backers we have, the happier we are. Nick got to play it for the first time today in his half asleep state. He technically won the first to 3 sets thing, yes. But then to give him a bigger flavor of the game, we carried on playing until we got to first to 4, and then I won. So, but he's quite tired, but I think he kind of got a feel for it. We'll play some more when Jesse's here, and hopefully at that point, everyone will be a dab hand at it. And additionally, obviously, in 2 days' time on Saturday, we'll be back for the XboxEra podcast live and in person for the first time in 5 and a bit years.
We do what we can to have decent audio. It's always tough when you don't have a studio.
It will probably be something like one mic with us kind of crowded around it in a slightly wider frame using this camera. So we will find a way to make it look good. Nick kindly brought me some Tim Tams, so I'm going to return the favour with some British snacks, both savoury and sweet, for these guys to enjoy and give a score out of 10 just because it's a laugh. So if you're a Brit, you probably want to tune in. Even if you're not, if you're a member of the XboxEra community, come and hang out because it is going to be a good laugh. We'll have Ursel here as well with us, milling around. So it's going to be a bit earlier though, right, Jesse? I think we're going to do this at 9 p.m.
I set it for 8.
8's fine. Yeah, let's leave it at 8. Although I will check in with Ursel because I think he was like,
he knows. I told him.
Oh, okay, cool. But that's it. That's it for headlines. We'll see you on Saturday. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun week. Let the carnage begin. And we'll hopefully get this man a good night's sleep tonight.
Hopefully.
But until then, ciao for now.
Ciao for now.